I'm somewhat infamous, in case you recognize me or don't recognize me. Maybe the description may dawn on who I am. I held up signs on Barrett Parkway, Chastain, outside of public events, confronting sin, hypocrisy. I didn't start out this way. I originally wanted to sell my house and move and live something like the Amish and the Midnights. Now I'm still here. There's more that I would like to say about that, but that's not really the purpose of this recording. I'm not a panhandler. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I've done no violence, but I am homeless. I'm illegally being denied a free speech permit at Marietta Square. I'm illegally being denied a free speech permit at Kennesaw State University. I have church-going police officers who object to my signs, retaliating, using the fact that they have badges. You know, they go to church, and I point out the stuff that goes on in their church, and they will use the fact that they have badges to retaliate. Similar like with Jesus. You know, he would tell like nasty parables, and the Pharisees would get upset with him and send the soldiers out there to get him. Or they want to arrest him. Similar stuff like that. I would hold up signs outside their church, and then I would get investigated for eating a watermelon in the park later that day. The church-going police are retaliating for some signs that I was holding up May the 24th. I held up signs May the 24th outside of Kennesaw State University that said like, see Dick, that was my motivation, or my inspiration. You know, the t-shirts, parody of it. I don't know if it's parody or what. Imitation is a serious form of flattery. But there was a t-shirt that said like, see Dick drink, see Dick drive, see Dick die, don't be a dick. All right, the guy being allowed to do my wife in church, his name was Richard. So you see where I'm going here. So I made a sign that said, church and state, let some dick fluke my wife. You know, whoreanity and whoreocracy, let some dick and their church fluke my wife. The church-going police officer who will say nothing about Big Johnson's t-shirts, women with words on their ass, F American flag, CK Bin Laden t-shirts walked around. They'll say nothing about that. Are women partially exposing their tits in front of minors' faces? Children having somebody else beside their daddy screw mommy in front of their face. These church-going police officers will let that go on in their church. They'll let some man do somebody else's wife in front of his kids, and their church are sitting there saying that my signs are offensive to children. You can't have words like that where children can see them. Now, mind you, the guy's name was Dick. I said some Dick, as in some Richard in your church. But Dick is short. Dick, which is short. Poor Richard. For Richard, what do you think I said? Poor, it's Spanish for four. I study Spanish. And in high school, and sometimes it slips out in my language. So I was using the word dick, which is short, poor Richard, on my sign. And so, yes, I'm being clever. I mean, it's legal though. Well, it should be anyways. No apologies. There are some other signs later on. I went up, held up another day without holding up those signs, and different officer like, oh, you can't have the word whore. Yeah, I can. It's a Bible verse, Leviticus 19:29. Do not prostitute your daughters, cause them to be whores, which is very applicable. Look at Jamie Spears prostituting his own daughter. Or Joe Simpson prostituting his own daughter. So I point this type of stuff going on in church, that the Promise Keepers' daughters dress like porn in church, and that the defenders of marriage are doing other men's wives. And they made it personal and did it to mine because I pointed out that they were dumping their wife to screw other men's wives, and that their daughter dressed like a homewrecker. Pouring. And these are promise-keeping defenders of marriage. So that's why I'm homeless. I got a church-going judge as my judge in divorce court. She was an adulteress too. All right, yeah. I did like John the Baptist. Jesus, he sat there and he told not nasty parables. That's what I was doing. He'd make fun of them. And they said, and the Pharisees perceived that he was saying this about them. So that's what I do, and the church-going police officers and the church-going judges will retaliate. Circumstantial, superficial stuff. I was made homeless by divorce. So they're using that as the basis by which they can retaliate for my signs. I also offend jingoists. They call themselves patriots. I'll rub your nose in your doo-doo. I'd probably offend you also. Just by telling the truth, though. So now I'm homeless. Anyways, the church-going police officer ran me off the corner. He's going to arrest me. I went to report it the next day to their superior officer, saying these are just rank-of-the-mill cops. And the superior officer, Stalin Patella, they show up. I believe they record the interview. They refused to give me the paperwork to apply for police harassment that I've been apply for it. Will you all please harass me? I already do that. I just do a poster board and a marker and I apply for that. No, they would not give me the form for to report, not apply. I already have the application forms for police harassment. Poster board and a marker. I can do that myself. But I need a form to report it. So they wouldn't give me the paperwork. And they sit there and they start interrogating me. Like, where do you stay? Because they already know I'm homeless. I'm infamous. Everybody knows. And apparently they think they already know where I stay, and they are trying to arrest me. Because it'll be illegal wherever it is. That's what happens when I report police harassment. I have other stories. I've been framed for assault. Oh, I do not think that panhandling is free speech. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I've done no violence. I'll pee in a cup anytime you want me to. Call my bluff. But in exchange, to the news media, I asked for an interview. Something here. Could you cover this? You gave time to Susan Richardson. Remember that. You ignore me, a divorced husband. This is not equal time. You'll sit there and put Susan Richardson on TV. You'll ignore us divorced husbands, until after we snap or shoot somebody or something like that. Then you'll put us on. And then you'll put us on. Why did he do it? We said other people can screw his wife. Why did you do that? I don't know. Makes them cranky. Anyways.